Hearty welcome to ninth class English. So I hope you all are fine. In the previous class, we were discussing about the 6th unit, first reading or a reading, that is A Long Walk to Freedom. So we have seen that this extract is taken from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. So in the previous class, we were discussed about the reason why Nelson Mandela fought against the white people, or what is the reason or why he stands for the black people in South Africa. So we have seen he was born as a free man, and he was telling that I was born not with a hunger to be free. Why? Because when he was a child, he enjoyed all the freedom. But when he was grown up, he realized that the freedom which he was enjoyed in his childhood, that was taken away from his life. So today, we are going to see the continuation of his fight. So dear students, open your textbook and take page 110. And he's telling, but then I slowly saw that not only I was not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who liked like I did. That is when I joined the African National Congress, and that is when the hunger of my own freedom became the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. We have seen already when he was born not with a hunger for a freedom, but as a student, there begins the hunger for a freedom. Why? Because when he grown up, the childhood of freedom was restricted there. But again, here he is telling, it is not only the freedom restricted for me. As he was not free, he realized his own people were not free from the white people. He says that I slowly saw that not only I was not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. I saw that it was not just my freedom that I was curtailed. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. So when he realized that not only his own freedom is curtailed, but his own people or his own brothers or sisters, they were also curtailed from the freedom. So that's why he joined in African National Congress. Then onwards, his hunger for freedom became a great hunger for the freedom of his own people. Before that, his hunger for freedom is only his own. But here he realized that not only my freedom, but the people or my people, they have to get rid of this bondage. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self respect that animated my life, that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one, that drove a law abiding attorney to become a criminal, that turned a family loving husband into a man without a home, that forced a life loving man to live like a monk. As he realized his own people were under slavery, then he started to hunger for the freedom of his own people or the people, those who are in black color in South Africa. So up to now, he was thinking about his own freedom. Then onwards, his desire for the freedom is changed, the freedom of his own people. So he realized that his own people to live in dignity and self-respect manner. They have the right to live as the other people live in the society. They should get the dignity as the white people live in the society. So that changed the life of Nelson Mandela. He tells this desire for the freedom of his people changed his life, and that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one. So he was a frightened man, but the earnest desire for attaining the freedom led him to become or transformed his life to become a bold one. This desire for freedom leads that draw a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal. By profession, Nelson Mandela was a lawyer. As a lawyer, we know they had to obey the rules and regulations. They had to obey the laws. So he was a law-abiding man. But the desire for the freedom led him to become a criminal. That turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home. That forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. Who is a monk? Monk, a man belonging to a religious community, living under vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. The one who is restrained from all the worldly attachments. So here he is telling he was a loving husband, a loving parent, maybe he was loving his home. But the earnest desire for attaining the freedom of his people led him to become a monk, to become a criminal, or to become a person without a home. So that led him to become a good leader. I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing than the next man, but I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. So he realized that his own people were under slavery. That's why he was not able to enjoy the freedom which he was allowed to enjoy. As a lawyer, he has some freedom. But he realized that his own people were under slavery. So that's why he was not able to enjoy the freedom. Freedom is indivisible. The chain on any one of my people were the chain on all of them. The chain on all of my people were the chain on me. So he realized that if there is the chain of bondage or slavery, that he considered as the chain of the whole people of Africa, the whole people of this black category. So that's why he's telling the chain on his own people, that is the chain on him. So when somebody is under slavery, I cannot enjoy the freedom. So that's why he fought against the situations of South Africa. I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. Here he is telling, if I am taking away the freedom of others, then I am not really free. I am in the chains of prejudice. Prejudice means what? Prejudice means an opinion about someone or something that is not based on a reason or experience. Simply we are telling something. There is no reason, there is no base. So that's why here he is telling the oppressor must be liberated just as the oppressed. Because I am taking away somebody's freedom, then I am also not free. So here he is telling, a man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. Again he is telling, if my freedom is taken away from me, I was not free. I am not free. The same way, if I am taking away somebody's freedom, then I am not free, and at the same time, he or she was not free. So here he is telling the oppressed, the one who is taking away the freedom, the oppressor and the oppressed both are in the same condition. If I am taking away your freedom and you and I, in the same way, we are under the bondage or in slavery. We are not really free. So here he is telling the oppressor and the oppressed both are not free. The oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. If I am taking away somebody's freedom, then I am also not free, because I have no right to take away others' freedom. What I enjoy, the same way he or she has the right to enjoy their freedom. So that's why the Nelson Mandela became a leader, and he fought against situations or the situations of that time in the South Africa. So my dear students, I hope you understood the lesson. So that's why Nelson Mandela is known as one of the greatest leaders in South Africa. He fought for the freedom of his own people. He saw that the sufferings and the difficulties of his own people, and he really loved his people, so he fought against the situations of South Africa. He really loved his people. So dear students, I hope you understood the lesson. And in the previous class, I asked you to write down a small life history of Nelson Mandela. And today, what you have to do, read this lesson and try to understand the word meaning. And the homework is this: you have to write down the exercises, question answers in your notebook in your own words, not copied from anywhere. You have to read the lesson and try to understand. Then you have to write down the notes in your notebooks. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and until we meet again, have a nice day. Thank you.